Hello, my name's David Seaman, and this is the Three Lions podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Three Lions podcast. My name's Ross Osborne and this is an independent England football supporters podcast. I hope I find you well. Many thanks for the feedback on the recent episodes that have come your way. Been really appreciated. The podcast, the episode, the one with Jill Smith, went down really well. Such some interesting stories. Jill Smith was one of the early organisers of the England Supporters Travel Club. You can find that episode at your podcast provider of choice. Hopefully many more like that to follow. That will tickle your taste buds, as they say. But this episode, we are once again looking at our Lionesses. And I've got a fair bit I would like to cover. The England Deaf women's team, European champions, well done to them. I'll touch on that achievement. Of course, this window we will be once again in World Cup qualifying action. I'll take a look at our opponents, Spain and Iceland, and the squad Serena has selected. And once again, I'll be joined by Zoe from the Lionesses Den. But that's still to come. But first, I'd like to pay tribute to a lady who scored for England women way back in 1972. And since then, the likes of Ellen White, Kelly Smith, Kerry Davis, and we can come bang up to date with the latest squad, Beth Mead, have all followed in her footsteps by scoring for England women, or, as we know, the Lionesses. Linda Hale played and scored in England's very first Women's International against Scotland on the 18th of November 1972. Now, she passed away on the 26th of February this year. Her passing was announced the day before our recent match against Ukraine in Turkey. Now, the team wore black armbands as a tribute in that match, but I felt it was such a shame that the team wore the black away shirts, that armband seemed to get lost. It didn't have that desired effect that a black armband should represent. And that's not to say she wasn't respected or appreciated, far from it. I just felt, why are we wearing the black shirts? Linda was born on the 23rd of February 1954, and she would win 10 caps for England women back then, scoring 3 goals. She played numerous games for her club side Southampton women, who amazingly won the Women's FA Cup 7 times. Now, her debut in that game against Scotland, she was just 18 years of age, and in later life, she even had a tattoo on her arm of the number 7 and the image of the cap she won. Number 7 being her legacy number. Now, back in November 2022, I recorded an episode on England women's very first game, that match up in Scotland. It was episode 223. I travelled up to Scotland to take in the ground that it was played at. But I also had the pleasure of talking to Linda about that game. I'd like to play that for you once again. Now, I'm delighted to welcome to the Three Lions podcast, goal scorer on that amazing day, that first day for the England women, Linda Hale. Hello, Linda.
Hiya.
Are you well?
I'm very well, thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us on this podcast, a historic episode about a historic game in the women's football. What were your memories of the time?
I was 18 when I first got picked for England, and everything was all up in the air, and it was a really good sort of, we had training sessions, we had trials, and then you got the call up to actually play for England.
Right.
And on the sort of, I think it was about a week before, 4 or 5 days before, we went up to Wembley. We trained for photographs on Wembley, and we also on that time we played in a five-a-side between the I think it was a Daily Express five-a-side men's football tournament, and then we went up to Greenock.
So you actually got to play on the Wembley turf.
Yeah, we had a training session on the Wembley turf, and then a lot of photographs taken. And at the time, it doesn't sort of equate that that's where you are.
You were a player for Southampton at the time, who, by all accounts, were quite a successful team, were they?
Yeah, we were a good side. Won the FA Cup many a times, and it was a case of that we'd all sort of grown up together. Really, it was quite a young team. It was really good fun playing at that time.
Were there other Southampton players in the England lineup, other players that you knew, or were you on your own, really?
No. When we first got picked for England, there was 4 of us.
Right.
There was Sue Bucket, who was a goalkeeper. There was Morag Kirkland, who was a right back. There was myself and Pat Davis, who was the centre forward. 4 of us got picked together out of the Southampton team.
Wow, so that shows how good that Southampton team were.
Yes.
I spoke with Patricia Gregory, and she said that you all took the coach up to Greenock. Must have been an eventful journey.
Yes, yeah. I can't remember too much about it. I can remember staying in the hotel. I still got all the memorabilia of the hotel, the menus, everything. I've got all that.
Right. I read that you were described as a flying winger with a cannonball shot. Is that fair to say? Well,
yeah, I had a decent shot on me, and I can remember many years ago, I was at a football tournament, and I can't remember who it was. Somebody in the FA said that I had the shot like Peter Lorimer's.
Really?
Who used to play for Leeds.
Yeah. Were you taking free kicks?
Yes, oh yes. Corners, free kicks.
So take us to the day of the game. It was a Sunday, and by all accounts, it was quite cold. I've seen some of the footage of it, and there was snow on the ground and snow on the hills in the background. It was
really, really cold. I mean, the ground was rock hard. That's how our winning goal got scored, where it was so rock hard, and Jeannie Ellett crossed the ball, and Pat Davis jumped in front of the goalkeeper, and it bounced over their head.
It was a bit of an up and under sort of shot, that one, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. Apart from sort of bits and pieces that come back when you get together with some of your mates that were playing in that, until we start talking, things then come back. I can remember my goal, but apart from that, I mean, not a lot I can tell you about, really.
Go on then. You can remember your goal. Talk us through it.
Talk a lot about Pat Davis, but she was my best mate, and we played for Southampton together all the time, and we played for England together. She got the ball on the halfway line and dribbled a bit, got it through into their half, and I was going down the wing. She saw that the pass was inside the fullback. I just ran straight onto it, and it went straight in the left-hand corner.
Because you were under pressure from a couple of defenders, weren't you?
Yeah. That was the equalising one, yeah.
That's right. And because Scotland had taken a 2-0 lead, hadn't they?
Yeah.
What was but that was before, obviously, Sylvia Gore scored England women's first ever goal. And then
That's right, yeah.
Then it was half time. What was the feelings at half time?
I think it was just the same as it would be in any situation, that we just had to pull together and make sure that we could get on top of them, because they had a really good player, and she was quite young, Rose Riley.
And she scored the first goal.
She was the one we had to watch most of all.
Right.
So she was a really good goal scorer.
Yeah. They came out for that for the second half. You got your goal to equal it up, and then was, as we say, Jeannie Orlett got the winner.
Yes.
How was it coming off the pitch, knowing that you'd won that first game?
At the time, yes, you're elated that you've won, and it's not until years later that you really take in exactly what you've done. And as I said, look, sort of now, 50 years on, we're getting sort of so many people want to talk to us about it. You realise exactly what you did do back then.
Yeah, you were the ones who started it off for the players that are now representing the Lionesses now.
Yeah. What a change!
Well, yeah, times certainly have changed. Be it the size of the ball, the length of the halves, the cut of the kit, all those little things have just evolved over time.
Oh yeah, but the fact is that nowadays they're athletes. We were just players that got trained maybe once a week. Most of us had to buy our own kit at club level, just generally out there to enjoy ourselves and hoping, for success.
And after that, you went on to play more games for England.
Me personally, I played about 7.
Right.
I played the next one, which was France. And after that, I can't remember very many about them.
Right.
I know we travelled quite a lot. I quite enjoyed the travelling.
Did you travel a lot with Southampton as well?
Not abroad, no.
Right.
All around the country, obviously.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't, when we first started, there wasn't that many football teams around anyway.
That's right. And now, obviously, 50 years on, what are your thoughts of the women's game now? Are you happy with the way it's come on, or should it be further on, in your opinion?
I think it's progressed in the last 3 or 4 years because they've got so much television time, yes. Which through that is getting a lot more recognition. I doubt very much if they enjoy it as much as we did. I mean, it's very much more regimed, isn't it? What they can eat, what they can do, and whatever. I mean, we trained hard. I mean, you've got to admit that if Southampton won so many cups and what have you, we must have been good. And and that's it, training once a week. Yeah, that's not bad, is it? Where you've got them now, training every day, and sort of the thing is that the money aspect of it. I think I was born a little bit too early.
Yeah,
it would have been nice
to take a few quid from it.
Yeah.
Well, but you've got the memories, and I say you've got all the memorabilia as well there.
Oh God, yeah.
Have you got did they give you caps back then?
Yes, they did us caps, and this is something that we had a lady who came with us. Her name was Flo Belton, bless her. She's passed away. She embroidered them.
Oh, okay.
She made them out of sort of felt and embroidered them and had the England badge on it. And this is one of the things that at this moment in time, we're desperately trying to get our caps, the same as the men.
Yeah, in the same style.
Just the cap, yeah, exactly. It's exactly the same as what the men get, because the women now get the same, don't they?
Yes.
We just got an embroidered one. That
must have had its nice touch anyway, would it?
Yes, it's a nice touch. But again, we were under the FA. Why couldn't they give us surely the men that started before me in 72 must have had a cap not embroidered by somebody. Yeah.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, there's no reason why you should have had something different.
Yeah.
Again, one of those ones I can't explain. Oh, well, Linda, thank you very much for your time, just giving us some memories of that day. It's been wonderful to talk to you.
Thank you very much.
That was my chat with Linda Hale from 2022. If you'd like to listen to the full episode again, it's episode 223. It's concentrating on England women's very first game against Scotland in 1972. I'm led to believe the FA will be paying tribute to her soon at a game, but I'm recording this before I know when that may be. So perhaps it will be at Wembley before the upcoming Spain game. I'm not sure, but hopefully soon there will be a tribute to Linda. But I'd like to pass on my condolences to her family and her friends at this time. Okay, let's get up to date. On the 14th of April, we are playing Spain at Wembley and then travelling away to Reykjavik to face Iceland on the 18th in the next round of our World Cup qualifying games. The game against Iceland will be the Lionesses' 500th game. Some sort of nice irony there that we were speaking about Linda Hale scoring in the very first game, and we have the 500th game coming up very soon. The opening round of World Cup qualifying games for us took place back at the end of February. They saw us defeat Ukraine 6-1 in Turkey, and Iceland 2-0 at the City Ground in Nottingham. The other results in our group saw Spain beat Iceland 3-0 and then Ukraine 3-1. So as it currently stands in Group A3, the Lionesses are top with 6 points. Spain are in second place also with 6 points. Iceland and Ukraine are in third and fourth respectively with no points. Now we are top only by goal difference. We are 2 ahead of Spain. And with that Iceland game just gone, Lucy Bronze, she moved up to third place in the all-time Lionesses caps table. Ahead of Karen Carney, Lucy Bronze now has 145 caps. Only Jill Scott and Farrah Williams are ahead of her. Jill Scott 161 and Farrah Williams 172. Now, Bronze has been selected in this latest squad, which I'll come to in a moment. So there are more games for her to catch both of those up. And it's highly likely, keeps herself fit, that she could catch Jill Scott. Whether she can catch and overtake Farrah Williams, well, that remains to be seen. So on the 31st of March, Serena Wiegman announced her latest squad. It's a 23-player one, 3 goalkeepers, 8 defenders, 5 midfielders and 7 strikers. Let's run through them. Those goalkeepers: Hannah Hampton, Anna Morehouse and Ellie Roebuck. Defenders: Lucy Bronze, Jess Carter, Alex Greenwood, Taylor Hines, Maya Letitia, Esme Morgan, Leah Williamson and Lotta Wooben-Moy. Midfield: Laura Blankill-Brown, Lucia Kendall, Erica Meg Parkinson. We'll come to her in a moment. Georgia Stanway and Kira Walsh. And then our strikers: Freya Godfrey, Lauren Hemp, Lauren James, Chloe Kelly, Beth Mead, Jess Park and Alessia Russo. Overall, it is a squad with an average age of pretty much 26. The oldest, Lucy Bronze. The youngest, Erica Meg Parkinson. I'll come to her, I promise. It has 999 caps across it and 183 goals. As we've already spoken about, Lucy Bronze is the most capped. And the most goals, Beth Mead, currently with 39. There are 6 players from Arsenal, 4 from Chelsea, 3 from Manchester City, 2 from Manchester United and Aston Villa, and 1 each from Orlando Pride, Gotham FC, Washington Spirit, Valadares Gaia, Bayern Munich and the London City Lionesses. Now, there are 2 uncapped players, Erica Meg Parkinson and Freya Godfrey. Godfrey, well, she was selected for the past 2 camps, but hasn't as yet made the pitch. I do wonder if this camp will be her time, be it at Wembley or away in Reykjavik. We'll have to see. But perhaps the surprising one for many will be Erica Meg Parkinson. Now, she is an attacking midfielder. She is just 17. She was born in Singapore to an English father and a Japanese mother, and she is also eligible to play for Portugal because that is where she plays. She has represented England previously at youth level. She's won 44 caps across different levels. Now, Wiegman has already said that she doesn't expect her to play. She's just going to assess her, just as she's done with previous players in the past. It's a step up from the under-23s to the senior squad. Let's see how she adapts. And whilst I try not to compare the men's and women's game, there's a lot of talk around Arsenal's Max Dowman. He's only 16. Parkinson here is 17. You really do have to be careful with these young individuals because they are still children. Yes, turn the pressure up a little bit. Not too much. Not too much on their shoulders just yet. Now, her team... Now, I really hope I'm pronouncing this right. Her team, Valadares Gaia, are sitting comfortably in 4th place in the Portuguese table, the Campeonato Nacional Feminino. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Erica Meg Parkinson brings to the squad. But, yeah, it might be a little while before we see more of her. But who's missed out? Grace Fisk and Poppy Patterson. Poppy Patterson, who came in at the last camp and won her first cap against Ukraine. There are a couple of injuries too, so Ella Toone and Grace Clinton. Neither of those have been selected. Now, there is a lot of talk about Leah Williamson being selected. She's missed Arsenal's FA Cup defeat to Brighton. She missed the Champions League away game at Chelsea. In fact, the last time she played was the 15th of March away at London City Lionesses for Arsenal. But she's been suffering with a hamstring injury. At the time of recording, she has been, as I say, selected. Whether she withdraws and is replaced, I may edit that bit in. But as England captain, if she's selected, she has to be seen, I guess, as turning up and being assessed by Serena's team. And this is that edited in section. Turns out Freya Godfrey won't be getting a game either at Wembley or in Iceland, as she's withdrawn with a shoulder injury. She was replaced by another new face or name. Manchester United fans may be familiar with Kira Barry, along with Derby and Sunderland fans. But now she plays in the United States for Bay FC, a side based in the San Francisco Bay area, plays in the NWSL. It's a like-for-like replacement, Barry for Godfrey, in the fact that she's a forward. She has previously been capped for England under-17, the under-19 and the under-23 teams. So welcome in to Kira Barry. Serena has also called in Chelsea's Niamh Charles. So that expands the squad from 23 to 24. But a little bit on our opponents. We know so much about Spain, don't we? We last met in the final of the Euros last summer in Basel. The final result was, of course, 1-1. But we won and lifted the trophy after we won 3-1 on penalties. Now, in fact, last year, we met them 3 times. Along with that final, we played them home and away in the Nations League qualifying. Now, this will be the 21st meeting between those two sides. England have the advantage. We've won 9, 7 have been draws, and we have only lost on 4 occasions. One of those, of course, the World Cup final. It really has become a regular fixture of late, both sides knowing so much about each other. And you'd expect this to be a close game. Let's hope that home advantage at Wembley will play out in our favour. Iceland, though, in what will be, as I say, the Lionesses or England women's 500th match, a fixture that goes back to 1992. This will be the 12th occasion in which the two have met. And we last met at the beginning of March, where we won 2-0, thanks to goals from Lucy Bronze and Georgia Stanway. That was up in Nottingham. But the overall record is played 11, we've won 9, we've drawn 1, and we've lost 1. Okay, let's welcome back to the podcast Zoe from the Lionesses Den. Hello, Zoe.
Hello, you're right.
I'm very well, thank you. Good Easter?
Was very nice up in Scotland with all the nature and just no people around and just be at one with nature and space. It was beautiful.
Sounds
How about you?
Yeah, very good, yeah. Likewise, a nice little trip away. Few Easter eggs. Everyone's happy.
I didn't get any this year.
What?
No, I didn't get any. We were promised one, but they couldn't fit it in the car because there was too much luggage, so we didn't get one.
You must still be able to get one half price in the in your local Waitrose or your Tesco's, whatever.
They're just a rip-off, though, aren't they? They're just the thinnest bit of chocolate and treble the price. So,
exactly, yeah. But it's Easter, isn't it? Well, I will remember for next year, and I'll get the Lionesses Den's address, and there'll be an Easter egg on its way.
Sounds good.
We've got 2 games coming up. Exciting. But just before we touch on those, obviously the World Cup qualifying got underway it's February, back end of February, wasn't it? Where we played Ukraine away and Iceland at home. I saw the Ukraine game on the telly, but I have to say I only saw the brief highlights of Iceland. I don't know if you caught them both.
Yeah, I managed to watch both, and as I predicted, it was Ukraine. They did put in a fight.
Especially the first half, didn't they?
Yeah, they really did. I mean, at the end of the day, they've qualified to qualify for the World Cup, so they're half decent.
Yeah.
But they faltered right at the end. I think maybe tactics, fitness, whatever it is, prevailed, and England come out on top. I actually can't remember the score. I know they won.
It was 6-1. We won 6-1.
Yeah. Was it Russo? I can't remember. Russo hat-trick. I actually can't remember now.
We had 2 goals from Alessia Russo, 2 for Georgia Stanway, then 2 for Jess Park. A game that we had so much possession and chances, but that first half we just couldn't put them away.
No. I think Ukraine kind of parked the bus a little bit, trying to suss out what on earth they need to do in order to score a goal, let alone win the game. Obviously, they nicked that goal as a very good goal by them, team effort. So, hats off to them. And they celebrated, bless them, like they won the World Cup. But, to score against the Lionesses is no mean feat. Not many teams can actually do that. So, I wasn't happy that we let a goal in, but is it going to really matter in the grand scheme of things? I hope not. Obviously, it could go down to goal difference, but we've just got to concentrate on ourselves and just win every single game. Obviously, we've got Spain coming up soon, so that will be difficult. But the others, we're more than capable of winning all of them.
Well, the second one, as I say, I only saw the very brief highlights, was Iceland at home up at the City Ground in Nottingham. Lucy Bronze and Georgia Stanway on the score sheet there. 2-0 victory, solid from what I can gather. Yeah, job done.
Yeah. I mean, Iceland are a team. They're very difficult to break down. They're a decent side. You're never going to thrash Iceland. I think a lot of people who I was talking to are like, yeah, we're going to beat them 6-0, 5-0. And I'm like, you really need to understand Iceland are a very good side and they can cause an upset. Luckily, they didn't. 2 brilliant goals as well. So really pleased. Obviously, we're travelling away to them. That's going to be very, very difficult. Yeah,
it could be difficult on their own patch there in Iceland. I mean, you'd like to think, yes, we can still get a result, but yeah, any away game, even if it's a point, is a point earned.
Yeah, but I think we are needing 3 points. Definitely.
Well, I think you kind of maybe we'll look at Iceland a little bit differently once we know the result of the Spain game, which comes first at Wembley. That's on the 14th, I believe. It's a Tuesday the 14th of April.
7:00 kickoff.
Is it 7:00? Is it?
It is. Yeah.
That's a result. Having been to the England men's games recently, which were a 7:45 kickoff, and you get back a little bit later.
Yeah.
Spain at home, Spain again.
Spain again. They're obsessed with us. They literally can't leave us alone.
Do you think the Spanish fans go, England again?
I don't know. They're so confident in their side, and rightly so. England and Spain are arguably two of the best teams in the world at the moment. Yeah. They're just head-to-head clashes. If you look at the previous results, there's nothing really in it. It's very tit for tat. We win, they win, and so on. Last time we played them at Wembley, we played an absolute blinder of a game. We only won 1-0, but my God, it could have been more, but we almost outplayed them in that game, which is unspeakable, really. Who outplays Spain? No one. No. So I would love to see that again. We'll wait and see. Obviously, Spain are still without Bonmati. She's still recovering from her broken leg. So that's going to help. But obviously, they have just a vast amount of players that can just slot right in, and there's no real concerns at all. So,
because Spain, obviously, there's so many players you mentioned there. So many players that we are sort of familiar with. I'm just looking at the squad at the moment that was selected. You got Paredes at Barcelona, Battle at Barcelona as well.
Obviously, you've got Bretellus, who is
Caldente as well, isn't it?
Lopez, new girl coming through. Well, not new, but young girl. They just got names coming out of
Leon Mappy. Fantastic. Back. Yeah. Closer to home, there's some players here that Arsenal fans will be familiar with. Was Caldente. Who else have we got here? Corrales at London City, Lionesses, Navarro at Real Madrid. Although I've seen there was a couple of games recently, Barcelona against Real Madrid, which would be a derby, massive game. But Barcelona are beating Real Madrid in the women's game.
They thumped them 12-2 on aggregate.
Was that what it was?
12. Considering, this is what I say about the Spain league. Barcelona are, again, probably one of the best clubs in the world. But you stick that club in the WSL or the NWSL and they will not dominate like they do in Spain. Obviously, all the investment is probably in Barcelona. Real Madrid are probably the second best team in Spain and they've beat them 12-2 in the Champions League. So it's very top heavy. And I've argued this all the time with a lot of Spanish fans, put those players in the WSL and see how they fare then. Obviously, they're world-class players, but you're going up against world-class constantly every single week. Maybe we shouldn't because it'll make them even better. It's incredible. Most of them are from Barcelona. They all play for Barcelona, so it is what it is.
Well, they'd be going up against the European champions, wouldn't they?
Twice
European champions, of course.
So nice, we did it twice.
Yes. Well, there we go. There's a few names that people may recognise from the Spanish team there. Let's just touch on on our own squad, our own players. There's one player who I noticed if she plays, will hit 100 cap. Yeah, we've got so many players that are hitting the 100 cap mark now, and Kira Walsh just seems to have crept up there.
Yeah, she's this. So I think the next game is 100th cap. She's going to play. Like Kira Walsh, why would you leave her on the bench unless she's injured? Yeah, she'll get 100th cap. I'll be pleased to see that.
Yeah, amazing. Previously mentioned about Leah Williamson in the lead up here to the chat. Leah Williamson been selected, but she's not played for since mid March, I think. Why do you think she's been selected? Is it just because she's captain and has to be seen to be selected?
I personally think it's a changing room thing. If you follow Serena for her career, she's all about creating like a bubble and an atmosphere around her team. And I honestly believe, I don't think Williamson will play. If she does, she might play 10 minutes at the end of the game. But I think it's because she's the captain. She's a great presence in the camp. Good for the youngsters. Obviously, we've got quite a few youngsters coming through now. I don't see it being a major issue that she's there. I think it's quite good, actually.
Could you not look at it as in like she's taking a place of someone else? And then
I get that. Yeah.
Then maybe just invite her along to the training session as a vocal spokesperson or as captain. But then she doesn't, if she's not going to play, then she's in and around the St. George's Park as a presence. I don't know. I wonder if it's it's up to Serena how many players she selects. So
you have a valid point that they could have easily have done that. But we're not privy to the conversations they all have. So, she might be back to some sort of match fitness. She might, she's obviously been training at Arsenal. She probably wants to continue that training in a team environment.
Yeah.
So maybe she's had a word with Serena and said, look, I am so close to match fitness. If you take me, I've still got like just under a week of training before the Spain game. So, maybe she's like, look, I would like to come. I would like to do team training with you. And obviously, if she's up for selection, she won't be playing 90 minutes, but if she can get 20 minutes under her belt or something.
Yeah, yeah. And last time we spoke, we had Poppy Patterson come in as a youngster who actually came on against Ukraine, got her cap.
Mm-hmm.
And now once again, we've got another youngster, which was a surprise for a lot, I think, Erica Meg Parkinson, who's been playing in Portugal. I have to say, I wasn't particularly familiar at all. Were you?
No, I actually, it sounds terrible, but I actually had not heard of her. Obviously did a little bit of research on her. I think she's 17 years old. She's leapfrogged 2 age groups. She plays in the top league of the Portuguese league. Obviously, I am not a fan with the Portuguese league at all. Obviously, she's doing something right for Serena to take a look at her and say, right, you're coming in with the seniors. Again, probably not likely to play, but what an experience to play every day and train with senior Lionesses. I think it's brilliant. She's obviously a decent player. So we actually have another youngster, I don't know if you're aware, that's recently been called up, Kira Barry.
Yes, now she plays over in the States, doesn't she?
She does, yeah, Bay FC. I think she's a striker. She only made a debut in March for Bay FC and literally scored. She's a striker.
Right.
Yeah, again, I'm not sure how old she is, but she's a youngster. She's moved up from the under-23s, I believe. So someone's slotting her place. She's gone off with the seniors because Freya Godfrey's injured. So I think Serena's looking at maybe young players. Obviously, she did that with Michelle Aguimang, and we know how that story ended. So you've got to give these kids a go.
Got to take your chance. As I've said before, it's just that balancing act of how old they actually are, how to treat them, when to know to put them in and put them into a first team game environment to see whether they are really ready. But as you say, just the opportunity to be training with Lionesses day in, day out for a training camp is great experience.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, there's going to be conversations between all of the managers. Actually, a girl I used to work with, Lydia Bedford, she's just become the under-23s England manager.
Okay.
So she was over in Canada, the Pro League. She's got like amazing CV. she was always brilliant. Her footballing brain is incredible. So, yeah, she's at under 23. So she's just below Serena. They're going to have that conversation because that would have been Lydia's player. So,
yeah. No, that's the idea, I guess, isn't it? Of like St George's Park and the pathway that they all follow, that they're all talking to each other now. And it's all looking forward every time, isn't it? Be it the World Cup, be it the European Championships further on. Yeah. They're all thinking further ahead, whereas we're just thinking next game, aren't we? We're thinking Spain and Iceland. Yes.
Please beat Spain. That's what we want to know.
That's right. Spain. So what's your plans for Spain?
So I'm going up to Wembley for the game. Might do a bit of Box Park before. I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure. But yeah I'm going to go up to Wembley and sit in my chair and be very quiet and pray. That's what I'm going to do.
Well,
what about you?
Yeah, I will. I'll take my daughter. We will. We'll go up to Wembley. We'll try and get something to eat beforehand, and then go to the game. And hopefully, we've got a decent seat that she's not having to sit on my lap and like look overheads in front of us. So I mean, early goal. Hopefully, we'll settle some nerves and we can get that result.
I mean, we have got a very, very good squad, considering we've got a couple of injuries. The squad is pretty decent, very attacking minded. Obviously, you've got Beth Mead. There was a scare with her at the weekend. Beth Mead, she went off injured, and she's obviously only just recovered from her broken shin bone.
Yes,
or fractured. Sounds quite dramatic. And she has actually said it was aggravated on that day, but thankfully she's in the squad. She's playing absolutely amazing. I just think it would be devastating if we were to lose her at such an important time of the Lionesses qualifying campaign. She's just having fun, playing so well.
Attacking minded, does that mean we're a little bit potentially without Leah Williamson at the back? Are we potentially a little bit weaker there? I know we'll probably be looking at centre back pairing of, say, Greenwood and Esme Morgan.
Yeah, I think Lottie Rubenmoy deserves a shout. I really do. Even if it's against Iceland, like, she has performed at Arsenal. You know, Leah Williamson has been in and out all season pretty much, and she's stepped up and she's been absolutely brilliant. And I would love to see her get the nod by Serena, because she's so quiet. She just gets on with it. She doesn't complain. Like, she's been to like 2 Euros now and not played 1 minute.
Yeah.
She's never complained. And I think it's her time. She deserves to play. She really does.
Yeah, she's 16 caps to her name, and she just, as you say, she never seems to just get that run of games together, does she?
No. I don't know whether Serena is not overly confident in her. I have no idea. I mean, she's done it at Arsenal, playing against some of the best teams in the world. You know, they're in the semi-final of the Champions League now, and Lottie Rubenmoy has been central in that defence. So I don't know what more the girl can do. I really don't.
Well, we shall have to wait and see. We shall wait and see. Yes, hopefully it's a good game. Hopefully it's a positive outcome, and we can go into the 500th game away to Iceland, and hopefully once again come away with all 6 points.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. We need to. It's a 6-pointer, definitely.
Zoe, thank you as always for your time. Always great to speak to you. We'll speak again.
Yeah, definitely. Enjoy Tuesday. If I see you, I'll give you a wave.
Likewise. I might get you an Easter egg for then.
Brilliant. You get it cheap.
Many thanks to Zoe there from the Lionesses Den. I'm glad she told me it was a 7 o'clock kickoff. I'm so used to 7:45 or 8 o'clock kickoffs that I could have been in a situation where I turned up just for the second half. Always great to chat with her and get her insights. Like Zoe, if you go in, enjoy it. Likewise, if you're going to Reykjavik, what a place to go. Beautiful place. So make sure you take in is it the golden... It's either the golden circle or the golden triangle. But you've got what have you got? You've got the waterfall, you've got the thermal pools, and the geysers, of course, the geysers. If you're going to Iceland, you will love it. But before I leave you, I'd like to give a special mention to England's women, their deaf team. They recently became European champions in a tournament hosted in Croatia. It's a five-a-side futsal tournament played indoors. 2 halves of 20 minutes. The team, managed by Steve Daly, began with a 4-2 victory over Poland. They then saw off Italy 5-2. There was another 4-2 win, this time over France, after twice going behind. But by winning those 3 in their group, they were now into the semi-finals, where they faced the Republic of Ireland, a team who had knocked us out of the World Championships the year before. We ran out 3-1 victors to once again face Poland in the final. 2 goals from Lucinda Lawson saw us lift the trophy. Well done to the Para-Lionesses, the deaf women's Para-Lionesses. I'll be honest, there is very little information about previous tournaments such as this, so I'm not sure if it's something we've won before. But massive congratulations. Well, I will leave it at that. As I say, if you're going to Wembley, enjoy it. If you're going to Iceland, safe journey. And I will be back with you very soon, taking a look at some more England content. So in the meantime, take care of yourselves. Cheers.